I'm Kobe, and welcome to Kobidevoredesign, my YouTube channel. Despite this Christmas sweater that I'm wearing, it is actually about a week into January 2025, so I thought I would hop on for the new year to wish you all a happy new year. I'm actually in the process of editing a Christmas present making vlog, but that's going to take much longer, so I believe I'm going to edit and release this video first. So welcome to my channel. Welcome to a new year of trying to make content and do this whole YouTube thing. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of feelings. I'm excited though, and I think it'll be fun. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and hopefully you stick around. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's cool. We'll see. For this video, I thought I would start off the new year with just a very new year themed kind of video because one of my crochet specific New Year's resolutions is to get through my whips basket. Just off screen, I'm looking at her. She's overflowing. I'll just insert a clip here so you can see. She's hefty, okay? And I need to get through it because a lot of these whips are more than a year old or have just been sitting here, and I really need to stop buying new yarn. I also think there's a lot of just probably loose yarn sitting in this basket that's not even attached to a project. So I want to get through it, and we're gonna do finish or frog, okay? We're gonna go through this basket and we're going to decide if I'm going to finish these projects or frog them and repurpose the yarn for something else. So I'm gonna walk you through this basket. I hope that we can get through it pretty quickly. I'm not trying to make this like a long video. Listen, my Christmas vlog, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about how I'm gonna get through it all. There are some clips of me just yapping that are 30 minutes long. It might have to be 2 parts. We'll see. But I should stop yapping on this one so we can actually get into it. So I'm gonna scooch over my basket. I don't even know if it's in frame, but it's right in front of me here, and we're going to walk through it. Oh my gosh, things are spilling out already. There's also yarn. I've strategically placed you just out of frame of all the loose yarn on my floor. Despite these beautiful shelves that I have set up, they are overflowing. All the yarn is overflowing. I need to stop buying yarn, and I need to work on old projects instead of just starting new ones every other day and then never finishing them. So that's the plan for the new year. The goal is to get through whips, buy less yarn. We'll see how it goes. Where to even start? I guess I'll start kind of here. This first one might be the most embarrassing. We're gonna start off with the most embarrassing. These granny square shorts. If you can see, I have pinned in an elastic waistband because that's all I have left to do. These shorts are done. Maybe I'll add an extra row, or did I already add a row? It looks like I already added a row to the bottom. So I don't even think I need to add any extra rows anywhere. Everything's stitched together. I think all my ends are weaved in even. I literally just need to sew in this waistband, and I'm being so lazy about it. Granted, if I had a sewing machine, I probably would have knocked this out in 5 minutes. Hand sewing elastic, it's a lot, but these have been sitting for probably over a year in this state. Like they've been at this last step for a long time. So I mean, I'm not gonna frog this. It's done. It's almost done. I just need to sew in this waistband. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not promising you any timelines on any of this, but maybe I'll make some more videos down the road showing you when I finish things. Maybe I'll, make this a series where we go through, show you different vlogs of finishing all my whips, but this one is a finish. It's certainly a finish because it's finished. It's almost finished. I just need to stop being lazy. It's just because I don't like sewing. Who does? I mean, I'm sure someone out there does. People do that for their jobs. But I don't like hand sewing, so that's why this one ended up in Waistband Island, I guess. But we're finishing these shorts. Next, I found one of these granny squares. Let me see if I can, okay, here's another one, and these are the 3 colors. Okay. So these granny squares, I have a couple of them all over the place, and the goal was to make a super chunky granny square sweater. If you can see, this yarn is thick. It's Thick and Quick Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick yarn, which I usually use for hats because it works up so fast. It's thick and quick. But I wanted to make a super chunky, thick sweater for the winter time, which we are currently in. So if I want to make this, it should happen soon. The reason I started this was because I had scraps of some of these different colors for a blanket. Spelling everywhere. I made a blanket and I had a bunch of Thick and Quick left over, so I was like, why don't I just make a sweater? And then I read out, but I wasn't finished, or I didn't make enough granny squares, so then I bought more, and so I have more yarn, and it's still not finished. I'm gonna treat this as a finish with an asterisk because I might not make the sweater. I might deviate from my original plan. Maybe I'll turn these into a blanket as well. I don't know yet. I think I would still like to make a sweater, but I'm just not sure. But we'll treat this as a finish. Maybe I'll make the sweater, maybe I'll turn it into something else, but it'd honestly be a nightmare to frog and then try to repurpose these granny squares, especially after, you know, it's color changes. I cut the color after each round, which, look at these ends. What a nightmare that's going to be. There's probably weaving my ends as I go too, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this finish. All right, what's next? Oh, this next one I'm so excited about. This one I already know, it's a finish. It's a finish. How do I even hold this? I am taking such an unhinged approach to this sweater. If there's a better way to do this, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I've already committed. I mean, I haven't. I'm like 1 row in. But let me, oh gosh. Okay. Here we go. Can you see? Can you see? This is a plaid sweater. Okay, firstly, what the heck? This is so wide. I think this is part of the reason why I stopped, was because I got here. I got one row of the plaid in, and I'm on the 2nd row, and I think I just had a moment where I looked at it and I was like, this is so wide. This is gonna be an insanely oversized sweater, and I was debating if I wanted to commit to that. I'm really at a stage where I don't have to commit to that, but I just wasn't sure yet. So I think that's why I paused, because I wanted to reevaluate, wanted to rethink what my goal is here. But the unhinged part about it is I wanted to do these color changes. I didn't want to have a bunch of carries. That was the thing. I wanted the sweater to be nice and loose and flowy, and I didn't want it to feel like tight or stiff with a bunch of yarn carries underneath. So I like created all these little like bobbins using Posca markers, paint markers, to hold the different colors. So I made little bobbins of each color, and I'm just working the color change, you know, in the row, but I'm not carrying. I'm just switching to the other yarn, and then when I go over here, I switch to this yarn. The tangle management has been next level, has been truly testing me, and it's making me reevaluate if I should just do the carries, honestly, because then I could probably work this up pretty fast. So I might start over anyways. Does that count? Maybe this is a frog. I was so confident saying that it's a finish, but as I'm talking through it, maybe I will frog and kind of start over. Maybe I'll do carries instead of this unhinged bobbin method, and maybe I'll make it a little shorter. Like, I'd probably cut off maybe 2 sections. Now that I've talked through it, I actually think this is going to be a frog, but a physical frog, but not an emotional frog, because I still want to make this sweater. I just think I'm gonna start over and switch up my approach. I feel like everything has an asterisk, like everything has some sort of qualifier. But for the context of the video, we're gonna call this a frog. I love her, I love what I'm going for, so I think I am gonna frog, start over, and figure out a better way to do it. So this is a frog. Next, we have a shrug. This is a scrap yarn shrug, so I'm just working with these 3 different yarn colors that I've had left over in my stash. I already, oh, it's stitch markered together, but I already worked the front and back panel. It's gonna be like the sleeves, you know, bolero, shrug, whatever you want to call it. But I have the body done, so it's just the sleeves. It just is taking a while because of all the color change. I was just freehanding, just switching off whenever I felt like it, and then when I got to the top and worked the neck hole, then I just mirrored the other side on the way down. So all that's left is to do these sleeves, and I think I'm gonna work them at the same time. Just do like 1 row, then 1 row, then 1 row, 1 row, so that way I can keep track of what I'm doing, because I definitely did mess up in the body at one point. There was like 1 row of single crochet that I just didn't notice when I was doing the other side. I mean, it's fine, it's not that deep, but it looks nice. This is nice. Good scrap project. I still see the yarn in a different corner of my room that I was using for this. This is definitely a finish. It's gonna probably take me a second, but I think I'll get it ready in time for summertime. Who knows? But I do want to finish it because I like how it's working up, and it's using my scrap yarn, which is the whole point of what we're trying to do here. So this is a finish for sure. Okay, what next? What are you? Okay, this, wait, this is done. This doesn't even need to be in this basket. This is a like garland, a heart garland. That's done. So go back there. More granny squares, more granny squares, loose granny square. I do have a granny square bag where I just use scrap yarn to make, I can't remember, actually, let me look, let's look. So this is my granny square bag, and these are all 3 rounds. Every granny square here is 3 rounds, and this one is 4. So I'm thinking about future Kobe, and will she be smart enough to notice that this one is 4 before I try to make some sort of, you know, granny square project with all of these? And my fear is no, so I'm not gonna put it in this bag because I know myself. So this one's gonna stay here with only 3 round granny squares. This one, I'm just gonna frog this. I think I'll frog it, and I think I'll either put it in like my scraps or include it in a scrap project. But I'm gonna frog this little gray square. This is nothing to me. I don't think, oh wait, what are you? I was about to say I don't think there's any projects in this bag. This is like my old travel bag, but I'm seeing something. What is this? Ooh, I'm getting surprised. This is Christmas. This is Christmas part 2 for me because I'm getting surprised about what's even in here. There's also like tiny bits of scraps all over it. Oh, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Okay. This is definitely a shrug that I started at some point. Don't know if I had a reason or a purpose or if I just felt like making something. It's a shrug, same structure. This is the same. I'll pop up the name of the YouTube channel that I follow. I like learned how to make their shrug, and then from there I like figured out kind of the basic construction, and now I do my own, like the brown one I showed before. It's similar in the construction in that it's like front panel, head hole, back panel, and then sleeves. But this is like the original design from that video, which is kind of mesh, just like straight up mesh style. I mean, it's cute. I like the green, so, but like, why is the thing? Like, do I really want to own this as a shrug, or was I just making it for fun? And because I can't remember, I feel like I should just frog it. And then if I really want to make it into a shrug at a later point, I could do that. But I'd rather just have the yarn kind of available to me in case I come up with another idea for it. These shrugs work up so quickly. it's no problem at all if I wanted to restart it and remake it. So I think the smarter thing to do would be to frog. And so I have this green yarn available in case I want to use it for something else, but maybe down the road I'll be like, no, I want to make a shrug with it, and then I can. The rest of what's in this bag is just yarn. So we are going to put that aside. This one is interesting because it's basically done. It just needs ends woven in. But the issue with it is that I don't know if I like it. I don't even know how to show this, honestly, because it's a front tie top. Hold on, let me. Can you see the vision a little bit? It's supposed to be a front tie top. So it's got these two cups and then the body, and that's gonna tie right in between the cups. So it's, you know, very summery, very cute. I like the way it looks. I think it looks nice. I did not like the way it looked on me though. When I put it on, I did not think it was terribly flattering, which is why I never bothered to weave in the ends, because I wasn't sure if I would even wear it. I could finish it and then gift it to someone. Also, if you see little dust flying everywhere, it's because my cat sheds more than any creature that's ever lived. His hair is, there's a thin layer of his hair on every single surface of my house, so sorry if you see little particles. But yeah, like, this is finished besides weaving it ends. So I think I should just finish it and then gift it, or maybe if I do a market at some point, I'll sell it. But I mean, it's done, so I might as well just finish it. I think and I don't think I'm gonna use this yarn for anything else, so we'll call this a finish. I'm scared to pull on this yarn because it goes deep into the basket, but I don't see where it ends. So I'm just gonna put it down for a second and try to maneuver around it for a second. Oh, this is what I thought that other garland was before, is the unfinished garland that I have. I was making another one. I was trying to make these for a market I did last year, and I finished the one, didn't finish the other, and I was like, I'll finish it one day, and then I literally cut it off because I needed the yarn for something else. So with that said, it's a frog. That's definitely a frog. I'm not gonna finish this garland. I already have one that I can gift or sell, and it was easy, so if I really want to make another one, I'll do that, but I'd rather just have this yarn. So frog, it's a frog. Okay, next. Some of these are so embarrassing because it's like, bro, I have one sleeve left to do of a shrug. This takes not even an hour probably. Like, why am I so annoying? It just needs one more sleeve. This one I'm definitely gonna finish because it's just a nice basic black one. I don't even own a black shrug that I haven't made one for myself, so I might keep it, I might gift it, but either way, all it needs is one sleeve. Ridiculous. Ridiculous and embarrassing. God, I don't even know where this yarn ends. Oh, here we go. Okay, oh, here we go. Okay, finish. Okay, this next one is a little sad because it was going to be a dress, like an actual long mesh midi dress beach cover up, and I got like a whole front situation. This was just freehand. I did some like slight shaping at the neck. I just brought it in a little bit, but the style, it was going to be very loosey-goosey. I think I was going to maybe weave in a string and then kind of do like that kind of neck or something. Got all of this done. Started this much of the back, and then realized, one, that I was going to run out of yarn. Where is she? Oh, is this even the one? Oh, yeah. I think this is my last ball of this yarn. And I thought maybe I'll just do like a really open back so I won't work the back part all the way up. But even then, I was worried that it wasn't going to be enough. And then the other really sad part is I took some really fun videos working on this while I was in vacation last year. I had these really nice transitions of like me working on it at the pool and at the beach, and it was so cute. And then my phone got rained on this past August and I lost everything. And that was sitting in my drafts actually on Instagram, but if you lose your Instagram account, your drafts don't save, which is really sad. So all the like video progress of working on this is also gone. And I mean, having like a super low open back, I don't think was really ever my vision. I was just gonna do it because I was running out of yarn. So I think I'm gonna frog this because here's the thing, I really like this yarn. The color, this like beautiful sage, it's big twist cotton. It's gorgeous, and I feel like it deserves to be made into something that I'm actually gonna really appreciate and want to wear. So it's a lot of work to frog, but hey, that's the reason we're doing this, okay? We can't just justify keeping something because it started if we're not gonna wear it, if it's not gonna spark joy. So we're frogging this one, unfortunately, but look at this. It's like I went to the yarn store. I'm gonna have all this yarn free to use now. Isn't that great? Okay, another one that is a bit of a questionable situation. This is, gotta like wrap the yarn all around it. This is a market bag. I'll include the channel of the pattern right here, but this is a nice market bag. Looks almost done, right? Tale as old as time, almost done. Just need to work a couple rounds on the straps, but this is how much yarn I have left, and I think I was supposed to do like 3 more rounds on the straps. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to use a different color for the last 2 rounds, which I don't really think would be that cute. It depends on what the color is. I was also kind of trying to see if there was something in my room that I could frog to get more of this yarn, because I had a lot of this yarn and now this is the last of it, and I don't want to buy more of it. It's like done. Here's the thing, I guess if I do like the last 2 rows in a couple colors, maybe I don't think that's that cute, but someone else might think it's cute, someone else might like it, and maybe I'll gift it or sell it. I think someone else would appreciate it, even with like a few extra color. Maybe, I don't know. Comment down below what color you think I should do. I could do, I mean, I don't really have any more Lily Champagne except for white. I don't think that would be cute. But maybe you do. Tell me if you do, and maybe I'll do that, or I'll use something else. But I think this, I should finish it. I should finish it, and I'll find someone who will take it. So, finish. Okay, this one. Wow. The main theme we're starting to discover is shrugs. I like making shrugs. I think they're fun. But clearly sometimes I hit a wall, like I did with this one, which, firstly, how cool, okay? So like open and mesh and so many different textures and fibers. We have some mohair. We have this like really cool sparkly yarn in here. You can see the beginnings of a sleeve, but certainly not the endings of one. So this is another one. I actually made this for New Year's Eve 2023, like 2023 going into 2024. So this one is over a year old. And I actually had a thought of finishing it this year for New Year's Eve. And clearly I did not do that. So I still like it, and I still think it's really cool. I think it's a cool thing I can make and own that's just super unique and fun. I like the vision that I had. So I'm going to finish this. And you know what? This is the only one I'll create an actual goal towards. I'm going to finish this and wear it for New Year's Eve this year. I have literally a whole year. I have 51 weeks now to finish it. I think that's doable. But yeah, I still really like this. I think it's cool what I'm going for here. So I'm gonna keep chugging along with it. And I have all the loose yarn for it, just freaking tangled up all around here. Oh, she's free. Okay, finish. We're gonna finish this. Okay, this next one is funny. This one's funny. Cause what is this? I know what it is. I had this blanket yarn. I have a lot of blanket yarn actually in my room, which is so funny because I do not like working with blanket yarn. And actually, there's a lot of blanket yarn that has recently entered my stash because I forgot. I literally forgot how much I don't like working with blanket yarn, and I was gonna make a baby blanket for a friend, and then I started and I was like, ooh, wait, I don't like this. I completely forgot how much I hate working with blanket yarn. It's just not for me. I can't see my stitches at all, and it's just not an enjoyable process for me. But I have blanket yarn around my room, and I was trying to figure out things to do to get rid of it. So the goal was to make a pillow. I was gonna make a long tube and then tie it into a knot and make like a cool knot pillow. I mean, cool maybe is a little generous. I don't know. I think I looked at some pictures and it's a thing, like knot pillows. And so I thought I can make that. And so I started to make this tube and then stopped. Probably because I was hating it. I also hate working in the round, crazy thing. So why this was the shape I decided to go for when I know I don't like working in the round is also quite the mystery, but it's a tube. It's a tube. And, you know, for how much crap I'm talking about this, you would think like she's definitely gonna frog it. And I am kind of leaning towards frog, but at the same time, I'm like, what will I do with this blanket yarn though? I mean, maybe the real answer is that I just need to destash all this blanket yarn and stop trying to force myself to find projects to use it with, because I don't like it. I don't like working with it, and that's okay. Maybe that is a better plan then, is to just frog and destash this blanket yarn that I just don't enjoy using. That's never gonna spark joy for me. Yeah, that honestly seems like the way to go. So, weird tube, again frogged. Sorry to you. All right, I think we're in the final stretch. I think there's a lot of just loose yarn in here. What is this? Oh, I feel like this is gonna be a bucket hat or something. I love the kelp colorway. What the heck is even this? I don't know. It's ugly, it's floppy. I don't even, was I freehanding or was I following something? I have no idea, but it just doesn't need to exist. I will frog this. I will probably find something else to use this with because I do like it. So, frog. We just have so much loose Trubu. Are you even, oh, she's not loose. She's, oh my gosh, what is this? She's, I guess she was going to be a mesh top with a very interesting color scheme. What was I thinking with this color scheme? It's not really for me per se. I don't with this. So I guess that's why I stopped working on it, because I probably was looking at the colors and was like, I don't know about this. So this is definitely getting frog. And it's okay. I think only the pink is attached. These yarns are nice though. This Trubu, it's got like this like sheen to it. It's just 100% rayon from bamboo, but it's so soft. I mean, the drape, like, don't look at the colors, but look at that drape though. It's really nice yarn. I like it. I'm low-key a Lion Brand girly. That's probably not an unpopular opinion, but I'm so into like all of their different yarns, all of their variegated yarns, all of their different fibers. I love Lion Brand. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know who the person is that's starting these projects. I look back on them and I'm like, who was I? Who was she that was doing this? It doesn't feel like it was me. Someone else had some wacky ideas. Oh, I guess I gave up on that and then maybe tried to do a granny square with the Trubu. Was I gonna do like a granny? Oh, I think I was gonna do a granny square sweater actually with this color, which is very nice. I do like this on its own. And the drape and the softness. I think, listen, okay, just to not have so many like whips on my plate, I think I am going to frog this. Even though I do like the idea of maybe doing a granny square sweater with this, I'm just gonna frog it for now. And like similar to something else, I forget what other thing I said this for, but if I want, it was the green shrug. If I want to remake it in the future, I can. It's just not like a ton of work that I put in. I made 1.5 granny squares, so I could definitely, you know, start over, and it's not that deep. But I would rather just have the yarn available and as part of my stash rather than it existing as like whip yarn. Because then I feel like I can't use it, that's taking up space. Everything's a mess, so I'm gonna frog this as well. All the True Boo's getting frogged. Baby Granny Square, you're a 3. You're a 3. What are you doing here? Get in your bag. Oh my God, where's that bag? 3 Granny Square into the Granny Square bag. Easy peasy. Look at the progress we're making. And now we're reaching the point where I really can't even pull stuff out because it's so tangled. So that's a project for another day. That's not gonna be on this video. But whatever else I could show you. This, I think, was going to be a scarf. A nice red scarf. Oh, is it still attached? Are you still actually attached to something? Because I feel like I snipped you. And now what are you? What is this random square? There's just a lot of... What are all these? All this red. What's all this red doing? Not to mention this giant red. What's all this red? I'm frogging all of this red. I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. Even this, that was going to be a scarf. It's whatever. You're getting frogged. I'm going to recake this. It's probably going to make like 5 cakes because it's a big... I think this was a Karen 1 pound. Right? That's the right shape for Karen 1 pound. And then it's like in a bunch of projects that we're frogging. Oh. This was, oh, let me turn this way. This was gonna be a baby hat. I did the ribbing. I started to do this like really cute like bobble stitch. And I think I started this quite literally like 4 days before Christmas 2023, so not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. And I think I got this far in and was like, I'm not gonna finish this by Christmas. It was taking so long. This stitch, these little bobbles, it's like 9 stitches in one. Takes a minute, but it's cute. But I'm not gonna finish that. Sorry to whichever one of my nieces or nephews or cousins was gonna get a little baby hat, but you're not. That's a frog. Let's do speed round for these last couple of things because I don't really think I know what any of them are. Oh. This was an attempt at a cat beanie. It's ugly. It's also really tight, like around the starting chain. I made it so tight, so it's got like no give. I mean, colors are nice. It could turn into like a purse, but no. I mean, this back seam is horrendous. Frog. This yarn is, oh, I guess this was like kind of a top that I finished, but I guess this was an earlier project before I built up some of my skills. Frog. Frog. Hello? Whoa! Okay. What was the... It's like this yarn, who is stealing from who is the question, because they're attached, yeah. And this is something, and this is something. This is ugly. So I think I was taking this and turning it into this. Did I think I was gonna make a blanket with this? Like where was I gonna end? What was the end goal? I think the plan was just to go into infinity until I ran out, because I do have more of this yarn. Super tangled in here with other stuff. That's a tricky one, because finish would be to keep going infinity until this granny square, but then it's like, what then? What's the point? You know what, I'll frog this. This is a frog. I like the way this granny square is working up. It is really pretty, but I'm just like, I don't know if I have enough of this yarn to make a whole blanket, and if I just get a giant granny square, literally what can I do with that? I mean, if you have an idea, if I see your comment before I end up going through with it, maybe I'll change course, but for now I'm treating it like a frog. Don't tell me it's another shrug. Can I be for real? How many shrugs? How many shrugs can one girl start and not finish? I don't know, but there's another shrug. It's a frog. It's a frog. It's a frog. Frog. What? Oh, never mind. I know what it is. It's a bikini or like a, bralette or something. Doesn't look like it fits. And is not cute. So frog. Okay, this is a funny note we're ending on. The last thing I found that's not just like loose yarn are these 2 cups that I was probably gonna make a little bralette out of. They're well done, but I don't know where this yarn is. I don't think I have it anymore. Frog. All right, that is it. That is the end. There's still stuff in this basket, but it's all just kind of like loose yarn or scraps or tangled that I need to deal with at a later date. My room, you can't see it, but it is messier than ever, but I still feel like this was productive. I feel like we made some good decisions. I feel like I'm gonna have nice yarn available to use, and I'm gonna have less that I consider to be whips. My list of whips has gone down quite a bit, which is great. So next steps are to frog all the frogs and finish all the finishes. Obviously those are the next steps. But yeah, like I said, maybe I'll make this a series. Maybe I'll do a couple more vlogs specifically dedicated to finishing whips. But that is it for finishing frog. The last thing I kind of wanted to close out this video with is talking a bit about my crochet goals for the year. So I have them written down. Let me grab my notebook. Okay, so 2025 crochet goals. First, get through my whip basket. By that I mean finish the thing. So we did the first step of that, which is going through, reviewing, deciding what I want to still consider a whip within my stash and what is going to be frogged and no longer consider a whip. And after going through it all, after seeing what I have left that I actually am seriously considering whips, I can finish these easily. I can finish this in the next 2 months. Probably faster, unless I'm working on other stuff, which I am. But, you know, I'll definitely finish this by the end of the year. That one, if I don't finish that goal, like, everyone, block me, honestly. Block me, report my channel, because there's just no reason for me to leave all this stuff sitting around. I can finish. Like, the only thing that's gonna be a little more work are those chunky granny squares. But even then, they're chunky. They work up fast. So I need to stop being so ridiculous. I need to stop starting new that's weird to say. I need to stop starting. But I really need to stop picking up new projects, and, you know, I wish there was a crochet equivalent for like casting on, because that's why I want to say, like, I need to stop casting on new projects and just finish the ones that I have. But I think I could get through my whips by the end of this year. Next, keep a better record of the things that I make. By this, I mean taking photos and videos. A lot of the things I make are actually gifts. I love making handmade gifts for my friends and family. I'm actually currently working on a wedding gift right now, which I just got the idea for last night. The wedding is this Saturday. It's Wednesday. But it's not big, I promise. I promise it's not big. And I know I just said I won't start new things, but it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a wedding gift. It needs to be specific. I am using stash yarn though. I didn't buy any yarn for it. We're okay. But yes, anyways, I make a lot of gifts, and I sometimes give myself ridiculous deadlines, hence the 3 days to finish a wedding gift. And so I'm usually down to the wire finishing it, and by the time I finish, I'm like on my way to that person, or like have a couple minutes left, and don't take the time to take photos, take videos, and keep a record of all the things that I make. I've literally texted people after the fact and been like, hey, when you get a chance, can you send me a photo of that sweater I made you? Because I actually forgot to take one. So I need to keep a better record of all the things I make. And that kind of goes into my next goal, which is better time management for my projects. Especially around, you know, things like gifts or things that have deadlines, like pattern tests, which I am working on a pattern test right now, and I'm really trying to stay on top of it so I'm not up against the wire. Also, seasonal things, like I had an idea for a Halloween make the last week of October this year, and I was like, I could bust my butt to get it out, but I don't want to do that. So I was like, I'll save it for next year. But I really want to manage my time better so I don't feel rushed to finish things. I feel like I can take photos and videos, and also just feel more relaxed when I'm working on projects. I guess that also kind of transitions into the next one too, which is, you know, staying more organized with the things I want to make and planning ahead. Hence that whole Halloween thing where, you know, if I thought ahead more, I mean, to be fair, that one, it was just sort of an idea came to me and I was like, wow, that'd be so good for now, but we're kind of almost out of now, so it didn't work out. I want to plan ahead more. I already have a couple ideas. Actually, this journal that I have, I'm using it as my crochet journal for the year, so I already have a list of video ideas, and you know, within those video ideas I have the different projects I want to work on. So I'm already trying to be better at planning ahead and thinking through things more of what I want to make for a certain time, so that I can not be rushed, that I can have better time management, and that I can keep a better record. It's all connected. My next one is use patterns that I have bought. I just started getting into buying patterns. I am more of a visual learner, so for a long time, if I wanted to make something, I would follow YouTube videos because I just like someone showing me and telling me. And the idea of reading a pattern seemed very intimidating to me at first, but I started to buy them. I've seen some that I like that I really want to make. So I bought a couple last year, and I've probably made one, maybe two. I mean, I haven't bought an insane amount. I think I've bought like 5 or 6 patterns up until now, but you know, I have them. I spent my money on them, so I should use them. So I really want to, you know, I'm not going to set a specific number goal. I'm not going to say all of them, because actually I did try to use one and was immediately actually 2 of them. I tried starting and was so confused right away. And that's on me, okay? I am not blaming the pattern writers at all. Like I said, I just got started using patterns, so I'm still kind of learning how to read them. So I'll get there eventually. I know I will. I'm getting more comfortable with every day. So yeah, I really want to use the patterns that I have before I go buy more. Same with yarn. Everything, I need to use what I have before I buy more stuff. That is the overarching goal for this year. And lastly, I mean, this isn't crochet related per se, but it is fiber arts related because I want to learn how to knit this year. This was actually one of my 2024 resolutions. I did not do it. I did not learn. I made one really earnest attempt one day and I couldn't figure it out. I just I felt like I couldn't move. I felt like I couldn't get into the stitches and I couldn't figure out what was going on. But I do really, really, really want to learn how to knit. My goal is to just make one knit project this year. I want to learn and I want to have enough skill to make one project. And it could literally be a scarf. It could be a hat. It could be something it could be a pot holder. It could be something super basic. I just want to start to build up my knitting skills and make something finished that I can be proud and say, I knit this. So yeah, those are the goals for this year. And, you know, it goes unsaid, but also within there is doing this, making content, making YouTube videos. I haven't really set any specific goals around it because I don't know how it's gonna make me feel yet, you know? Like, I don't know how making videos, how filming myself, putting it out there, reading comments, I'm not sure yet how all of that is going to make me feel, and so I don't want to commit to doing a lot of it if it turns out that I don't really like it, or if the way I need to approach it is different and I need to take a while to kind of find that. I personally find it very intimidating to put my face and self and personality out there for the world to see. It makes me cringe, okay? Every time I make a reel, I'm just cringing so hard the entire time. Like, I feel so awkward filming, trying to do like a little dancey dance on camera. It makes me feel old. It makes me feel old and weird, and I'm still building up my comfort with it. I'm still, you know, trying to be mindful of myself, my energy, what I have the energy to do and also to receive. I have already gotten it in my head. I mean, I'm saying all this like, you know, I'm gonna get a lot of views and followers and anything can happen, who knows, but I've already kind of got it in my head that I'm gonna have a 0 tolerance policy for mean comments. Like, if I post a video and it goes viral and people start making mean comments, I'll just block them. Like, I don't care because I don't have the energy for that, and I'm not gonna let strangers on the internet mess up my mental health when I'm just doing this for fun. Like I said, it's just for fun. It's just a hobby to me. I'm not trying to make this my career or like whole life at this stage. Again, who knows? Anything can happen. But for now, I'm just doing this for fun and to make things and to have fun with it and to have fun and to have fun, okay? I hope you had fun with this. I hope you have fun with my Christmas vlog. I don't know what that's gonna look like yet. It might have to be 2 parts because, like I said, there's some long clips of just me talking. If you haven't picked up yet, I love to yap. So if that's not what you're into, if you want to just silent ASMR videos of crafting with no yap, probably not going to be the channel for you because I literally can't help it. When I got up to get my journal, I peeked at my phone and this has been recording for over an hour. I was trying to make it fast. So with that said, I think I should cut it off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful new year. I hope you have your own goals and things that you're excited for in 2025, or just being here, just existing and getting through each day is good enough in the new year, okay? If that's all you can manage for this year. Listen, last year was rough. It was rough for me personally. I know it was rough for a lot of people. It's rough for the world, rough for this country. I live in America. It's rough out here, okay? So if all you're doing is showing up the best that you can every day, that is goals enough. That is resolution enough. That is all you need to be doing. So I hope that you're doing that. I hope that you're feeling happy and excited for the new year. I certainly am. And if you like this, if you like me, if you think I'm funny or cool or cute or worth watching at all, please stick around. I'm really hoping to make more videos and would love to have you along for that journey. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.